Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about, and I love this title, have you been hacked or are you being paranoid? Now in this digital age that we live in, it is really easy for many of you to think that your devices have been hacked when in all actuality it may turn out that your devices are just going under normal things that happen with your computers or devices. Devices that shut off automatically. Devices that start doing strange things like strange images appear on the screen or pop-ups that may appear like someone's logged into your computer can be actually explained, and everything doesn't boil down to my devices have been hacked. You can explain it all. Now, to help you ease your mind, because there's a lot of tech guys out there that like scaring the bejesus out of you, making you think that you need to be scared in order for you to understand that there are cyber threats out there. With everything that's out there, you know that criminals are after your devices. So let me give you peace of mind and kind of give you an idea of the state that we live in as far as cyber crime is concerned. Now, when it comes to many devices, all or about 95 to 99% of all successful cyber attacks are caused by human error. And we mean by error, there we go, error. And then we're talking about things where people click on items as opposed to reading what has come in the form of an email or in a text message or that voice call that may come into your home as ways that criminals can get access to your devices. If you click on a link in an email, it's a done deal. Same thing with responding to a text message or giving out information over the phone. Those are human errors that occur when interacting with criminals, and hence that's why most cyber attacks are socially engineered or geared towards humans. Take, for example, as of the recording of this video, the cyber attack against the MGM Grand. Now, cyber criminals actually went through the process of vetting people who worked at MGM Grand to find out who the weakest links were. And in that process, they were able to discover the weak link, made a phone call to the offices, got pertinent and sensitive information, were able to log into the networks and cause sorts of habits. If you go back a few years, then it's the Colonial Pipeline, where criminals were actually able to log in, and not by just hacking into a device, but credentials were given out and they were able to log in and get access to those systems. And if you look at most cyber attacks in recent years, it's because someone clicked on something they weren't supposed to or gave out important information that criminals were able to use in order to log into a network. So when it comes to your tech devices, all or every tech device that you own is pretty much secure from most cyber attacks out there, meaning that your phone, your computer, almost every device that you own, or I should say every device that you own, is immune from cyber attacks, because either A, they need to get your password to get into your account information, or B, they actually would have to log into some outdated Windows or Macintosh computer in order to access your stuff. But if it's 5 years or newer, or maybe we can even go back 7 years or newer, your devices are protected. So what are some of those things that can occur to make you think that someone has hacked into your device? Because the day and age of drive-by hacking of a device doesn't exist. You may get a pop-up on your computer, but at the same time, it's not that someone can just, through osmosis, hack into your device. So where do we stand? And let's look at some common issues that occur that can make you think your device is hacked. Let's say you get this on your screen. Now, for most people, you can understand that this is a laptop screen that has been stepped on and has damage. But some people may look at that and think that it's actually a hacker getting into their device. And thereby you have the issue of, has my device been hacked or is there something wrong with it? So if you have a weird screen on your phone or your laptop, chances are you just stepped on it or you dropped your device and now you need to get a new screen. So let's take that. And hopefully you can run with that and understand that that's you being a little paranoid as opposed to you actually getting hacked. Now, our next symptom would be, let's say that something's loading on your computer and it's taking a while to download an update or your computer is just running slow. Then some people may assume someone's gotten into my device and they're causing issues and I've got criminals in. What do I do? Again, this is just sometimes a normal process of a computer dying if it's running slow or if it's just sluggish. Could be internet, could be the computer. But again, it's not someone hacking your device. Now keep in mind, you may be, or your ISP or internet service provider may be under a direct denial of service, DDoS attack, but those attacks usually are geared towards corporations as opposed to a lowly individual. Also, if you can't access a website, it's taking a long time to load. It's the problems with the website, not with your device. So again, your computer has not been hacked. Now, in an instance like this, if you get a Trojan spyware alert about the Windows firewall protection, your computer has not been hacked. In fact, this is just a bogus message that can pop up on individual computers, causing issues and making you want, or I guess not wanting, because you don't want to call. But at the same time, you're kind of encouraged to call that 800 number or whatever number is popping up on the screen because you want that message gone. And sometimes, like this other message that I'm about to show, you get sirens and you get all sorts of other stuff that is going on. And in those, what we call tech support times, these are not messages or indicators that someone has actually hacked and got into your device. Because when we talk about hacking, we're talking about somebody who's able to get inside your device and look at all of the items that are there. Many times on tech support calls, criminals are able to trick you into downloading remote access software that allows them to get into your computers. Again, not really a hack, just some negligence on your part for letting some stranger into your computer. Another thing I want to point out with this other sign is Windows Defender. Microsoft doesn't really care about Windows Defender and how it works on your computer. Sure, you'll get alerts when there's a true virus on there, but there'll never be an instance where you have to call a number in order to get help with a program that's been installed on your computer. It's a hoax. You can turn your computer off and turn it on. Sound familiar, right? When you have computer issues, what's the first thing you're told to do? Turn that thing off and turn it on. You'll get rid of that message. So when those alerts pop up, never call the number. Understand you have not been hacked, and it's just a bogus message trying to make you react rather than to think about the situation at hand. Another message that may pop up, or another scenario that may make you think, how did this program get on my computer? It's an unknown program. I don't know what the heck this is about. Well, those unknown programs can sometimes occur by what's called drive-by hacking. This is when you visit a website by typing the URL or website address wrong, and it takes you to a website where it will sneakily, if that's a word, install malware onto your computer. Again, user interaction, meaning you visited the website, it enabled, once you download or visited that website, it downloaded this program onto your computer, and all of a sudden you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've been hacked. Again, it's a program, or a Trojan horse, or a malicious program that's designed to make you think that you've been hacked. So if a pop-up comes up or squirrely things happen to your device, you have to call that bogus 800 number in order to get your device taken care of. Now, moving on, we have to maybe whisper, because I'm actually sitting next to an Echo device and it's listening to my every word. Same thing with your smartphone and your tablets and all those other devices where we swear that these devices are listening to us, so therefore they're stealing all of our secrets. Now, I will say that smart devices and phones do listen to your conversations, but for the most part, all they're listening to is the wake word that is going to activate that device. So if I were to say, for example, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but if I said, "Hey Siri," and then Siri is like wanting to talk to me, so that would be an instance of a device listening to all the time. But again, it's not that it's listening to all of my conversations. But you always have to be cautious to understand and make sure that you don't want these devices to record too much information from you. And most of the information that it's going to be gathering is from your web surfing habits rather than a device actually listening in. Now, let's take a step back and say you download an app that's malicious in nature, like a Shein or Temu, that is designed to listen to all your stuff, then yes, you will have room to worry. But for most of your devices, you can go into settings, turn off those listening features and viewing features from the microphone and camera, and you can keep your device from spying on you. Now, when it comes to smart home devices like your Amazon Echoes and your Google Homes, you may have to go into the settings on the browser for your account to make sure that doesn't happen. But if you are worried about your devices listening to you, again, disable apps from listening into your phone. And if you have smart home devices, just simply step away, and you don't have to worry about those devices listening in, because if they listen in, for the most part, it is the wake word as opposed to just stealing every single word that you listen to. So keep that in mind. Also, make sure that you're surfing in private or incognito mode on your browser to ensure that criminals aren't, or not criminals, I should say websites, aren't leaking your information. If you are, and let's bring up a new incognito window. So if you're using Chrome, for example, and you want to be able to do it in private, you could actually just go in incognito mode and turn that feature on, and it's going to block and not allow those cookies to listen in and watch and see where you are shopping. So keep that in mind. Next, we have to worry about those social media scams. Oh my gosh, I've been hacked. Well, not necessarily. A lot of times in social media, it is just criminals that have actually taken a snapshot of your social media profile. They look to see if they can copy your profile image and your pages so that they can trick your friends into getting their devices hacked by, again, clicking on items. But for the most part, if you've got a duplicate account, it doesn't mean you've been hacked. It just means somebody is playing copycat, and your friends need to report that account to prevent that from happening. Now let's talk about actionable steps that you can use in order to keep yourself and your devices safe. And I think there's probably only 3 that I can recommend that you do. So the first thing is probably start creating strong passphrases as opposed to passwords. A password or passphrase is a password that is made of a combination of words as opposed to using images. And I'm trying to go to the website useapassphrase.com so that you can understand what a passphrase is. But of course, today my browser is not working with me, so let's try it again. Use a passphrase, found the website. Let me bring it over so that you can see it and bring it up so that you can look at it and understand how a passphrase works. So useapassphrase.com, we close all this side stuff, is basically 2 or more words that create a strong passphrase. So cultivate vanilla or speckled payback, or vanilla speckled payback cultivate. You get the picture as far as passphrases are concerned. Use those as opposed to your standard passwords, which are easy to guess and for criminals to get access to your accounts. Something else that you need to do is to use two-step or two-factor authentication to keep those online accounts safe and secure. If a crook figures out your password, then simply you will get an alert letting you know that some strangers logging into your account. One of the best ways to keep those online accounts safe and secure. And then finally, if you want to keep things safe and private and keep those criminals out, use a VPN and a firewall to make sure that your information is safe and secure from criminals. There's a ton, well, I should say, as far as firewalls, they're already built into your Windows and Macintosh devices. VPNs, there's a ton of them out there like TunnelBear, NordVPN, which are designed to keep your information safe and out of the hands of criminals. So moving forward, when we're talking about being hacked and you just being paranoid, just don't think just because some strange thing is happening to your computer that you are being hacked. Again, it's pretty impossible nowadays for a criminal just to reach out and get into your device. You have to give them access, and that means for you as a computer user, you've got to use your thoughts. You can't fall for socially engineered schemes that are out there, and you got to make sure that you are using the right passphrases and protections to keep your devices out of the hands of criminals. So with that said, if you got any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you to find out what odd things are happening to your device. And I can answer if that is, I almost said myth or fact like I do in my presentations. But have you been hacked? Or are you just being paranoid? Which I think is a good addition to my presentations. I like that. You've been hacked? You've been paranoid. Anyway, with every video, be sure that you comment, like, and share with your friends, because I know that you deal with people that sometimes have issues with knowing if they've been hacked or if they're just being paranoid. So keep that in mind. So with every video that I make, my goal is to open you up to a whole new world of ideas and experiences using the technology devices in your home and at work. I love technology, and I've read all the manuals. And I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.